What's happening? Welcome back to episode 43 of 40 Second News. This video is actually 60 seconds, because 20 seconds of bullshit, 40 seconds of news. And do you see it yet? Pay attention. Because we be dropping stuff, and the administration be doing stuff. I don't think Trump's watching. I never think somebody is. And if they're not, they certainly will be soon. Everyone protect your blood from Larry Ellison. Because they might start watching us, but they definitely won't be following us. Because what are these numbers, TikTok? We've been ahead of the curve on half of this shit that's been happening lately. We edit it like this, and TikTok can't get me to 1K in a year? A year? At least I might stop shit about it. Probably not, though. No! Gotcha. Which is what FCC Chair Brendan Carr said after getting Jimmy Kimmel clapped off his own show for a few days. But now he's back. And it's absolutely insane that that's the biggest news of the week. But it's actually super important because we just saw that our government, like many governments around the world, is being run by an oligarchy. I mean a cartel. I mean a mafia? Mafia! That's us. We're run by the mafia. His name's literally fucking Don. Now listen to Don's underling FCC Chair Brendan Carr threatening broadcasters if they don't take Jimmy Kimmel off the air for a super muted statement he made in relation to the death of Charlie Kirk.
I like you.
He like you.
And I want you.
And he wants you.
Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
What you want, Tom?
What's it gonna be?
My fault. That's the Booty Warrior, a cartoon character based off a real guy. Here's FCC Chair Brendan Carr.
But frankly, when you see stuff like this, I mean, look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. These companies can find ways to change conduct, to take action, frankly, on Kimmel, or there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead.
So this man Jimmy says a fairly factually okay statement. There's a little nuance to it, but it was pretty milquetoast, and that's all it takes now. It was fine when they said Luigi is left-wing, even though he disputes that. That makes it okay for you to start making public threats that you'll start regulating at a higher amount of prejudice? Because that's what that was. That's what he was suggesting. He said the historically cartoonish threat. He's the Booty Warrior. He's FCC Chair Brendan Carr. Imagine being threatened by that guy and then actually being scared by it. Embarrassing. Embarrassing.
Yes. This also strikes me as sort of conduct that to some extent shows some sort of desperate irrelevance. I mean,
irrelevance? If he's irrelevant, then why do you care? Why are you making public threats? Booty Warrior FCC Chair Brendan Carr? Idiot. He's not scary. He's a hack and he's a bitch. To be honest, I'm not going to hold you. Because Trump asked for this before, and he got rejected both times. He pressured Republican FCC Chair Ajit Pai in 2017 to challenge NBC's licenses. He said no. In 2024, he suggested Democrat FCC Chair Jessica Rosenworcel pressure ABC's licenses over their moderation of the presidential debate because it was fact-checked too many times. She said no. Brendan Carr is a little lap puppy who needs to be impeached, or maybe somebody can at least slip him a piece of clothing so he's no longer bound to his master, but we have to do something. The FCC holds real regulatory power over the broadcast stations that use the public airwaves. That's cable, satellite, phone, internet, and radio stations. And one of their jobs is licensing those stations all around the country in order to use the public airwaves. So they can make the process kind of annoying. But management doesn't really care about that, if we're going to be honest. What they care about, and what the FCC can really impact, is that they can expand their company and rapidly grow their net worth. Broadcast companies can't merge or acquire other companies without Booty Warrior FCC Chair Brendan Carr's express written approval. He no sign. They no sell company, no money. So the acquisition Nexstar is trying to do with Tegna in a deal that breaks current FCC rules around broadcasters being carried in no more than 39% of households, because this would put them at 80% of households. Wow, there's no way that would go through without extra special treatment by the FCC. And what do you know? Sinclair's also been publicly reported to be actively exploring mergers since at least mid-August. Maybe they want some extra special treatment too. Huh? Wow. Huh. It really seems like this would be quite the quid pro clap.
Please clap.
Hey, remember when Stephen Colbert didn't get renewed? Didn't that happen like right before Paramount was acquired by Trump's friend Larry the Vampire and his son? Huh. Didn't Trump agree to shut off federal funding to some of their competitors as well? Like right at that same time? Huh. That would probably leave quite a nice gap in the market for them to start off. I wonder if that's fraudulent at all. How openly can you commit crimes in the government before Plumpety's just going to admit that he only wants to prosecute the dark-skinned people for made-up crimes with no evidence that they then get exonerated for, and then people in his own administration then get caught doing exactly what they were false accusing the other people of in the first place, so then they just stop caring about it? It's no longer important. It's no longer a crime anymore. No one cares. It's ridiculous. We live in a banana republic. We need to start impeaching. Even if we look at what an original framer of the Constitution, like Alexander Hamilton, said, he explained that the impeachment process was for those offenses which preceded the abuse and violation of some public trust. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't trust the Booty Warrior anymore. The two FCC chairs before him were able to say no to Trump's dumbassery, recognizing it for the obvious violations of the First Amendment that they were. But not only did FCC Chair Brendan Carr do exactly what he was asked, he did it publicly, on camera, that stupid dumbass idiot. That's why he's backtracking. He recognizes that he overstepped, that he messed up, and that he got caught, and he doesn't want to stop helping Daddy yet. He has to be impeached. It took me a long time to find that. And look at how fair I'm being. This guy's probably 10 million times more qualified for his job than RFK is for his job, but I'm not asking for him to be impeached. Why? Because he hasn't done a high crime or misdemeanor yet, as far as I'm aware. He's just a superfied idiot. Brendan Carr has committed impeachable offenses time and time again, allegedly. Representative Haley Stevens, I'm not going to tell you to stop those impeachment articles for RFK, but I don't think that one's going to work, even though he's a fucking idiot, Go get the low-hanging fruit. Go get the booty warrior. Go get Brendan Carr, and then you could be the impeachment lady. Look at that branding. That's so good for you. For free. He's actually done easily provable, impeachable shit. And everyone agrees that it went too far in attacking Kimmel's free speech and in threatening everyone else publicly in the process. That was a public threatening of everyone's free speech. One of the most powerful people in media went 5 levels up the chain and made a cartoonishly clear threat at the broadcasters because of one statement on one episode of one show on one channel of these broadcasters' portfolio. This couldn't be more clear in its bias, in its abuse. He must be punished. I keep hearing all this talk about calming down the rhetoric. You're not going to tell me to calm down shit when you already have all the power and you're not stopping this administration.
I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell.
We should be embarrassed. We should be embarrassed. You only need a simple majority to draft up the articles of impeachment in the House of Representatives, and you have a very, very easy case based on the First Amendment. Menacing, bribery, damages, a bunch of things. Go, please, everybody, somebody. You, I'm talking to you. People need to get more action-oriented. You, go get her. Go get Haley Stevens. Give me a follow, and then let her know. RFK hasn't done treason, bribery, or high crimes and misdemeanors yet, as far as I'm aware, but FCC Chair Brendan Carr has. He's clearly targeting political speech his boss doesn't like by threatening to apply FCC guidelines unfairly and at his discretion. Come on, I'm done with the symbolic bullshit. I'm done with the politicians doing things that aren't going to work. This got everyone's attention because of how egregiously bad it was. It couldn't be easier for everybody. The midterms are in November 2026. We need to start seeing some motherfucking progress or we are cleaning house. Everyone out. All right? Go get his ass.